Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to So You Want to Start Painting Small, i.e. credit card size or a little bit bigger. Now looking at these are all little miniature portraits that I've done sort of testing, and it's basically to test paint, and that's what we're going to do today, because when you want to start painting really small and get the fine detail down with an airbrush, you've got to start looking at your air pressure and you've got to start looking at your paint consistency. It's got to be really thin, guys, so you can dial the air right down. So when you go right up close, you've got minimum air, but it's still atomizing the paint nice to get them tiny little micro details down that you're after. Now the paint we're looking at today, which I've used on them miniatures that I just showed you there, is Wicked by Createx, and it's the new version. Now the way I've thinned it in the past, I've got the mixed one here, and you can thin it sort of 3 different ways. And all these 3 ways of thinning it will work, but I just wanted to test to just see which one performs the best. We've got the 4021 reducer by Createx, we've got distilled water, and we've got isopropanol mix. And I've mixed little batches of these in some bottles with some shakers. So we've got the iso, the water, and the 4021. Mixes are the same sort of ratios, like 50-50. I've just gone 50-50 on all these, and just to see which ones sort of lay down the best and which one give you the tightest detail. So we're moving a little bit closer. The brush we're going to use today is the new Harder & Steenbeck 2024 Evolution on a 028. So really nice brush for getting some detail down. So we've got different pieces of paper as well, because it goes down to your substrate as well. If you're working on paper, it's a little bit forgiving depending on what sort of surface paper you've got, and I've got 3 here, from a budget to an intermediate to an expensive, and you can tell the differences when you spray on it, what it's going to be like just on how that paint lays down. And if you start going onto automotive, you're on smoother surfaces, or if you go on to synthetic papers, you're going really up to the smooth surfaces, and you've just got to get it really dialed in. And this is a lot of problems with beginners, is dialing their painting. Just to general airbrush, you've got to get your paints dialed in. So we'll move a little bit closer and we'll do some tests. Right guys, so first up is the 4021 reducer, and this is Smoke Black on the Wicked range. So this is a 50-50 mix. Just going to drop some of this in the brush and pull it through. Now we're running 20 psi. I'm just going to see what 20. Now you're probably not even going to see that. Just getting sort of dialed in on the trigger. Now it gets super down on the small stuff. Atomizes nice. 20 psi. I'm just sort of minimal putting the paint down on this. Should have brought my glasses over. But it's doing it with the 4021. It's getting down on the small stuff. Flows nice. And pull that through. Just a little splatter then. But it's doing it on the intricate, on the tiny little dagger strokes. Writing your name small. It's doing the job. Flowing nice. So the 4021's nice with it. And that should be really your go-to for thinning Wicked. But as I say, you can use other methods of thinning it. But that seems to work nice. It's doing the job. So now what we'll try is we'll try it on the next paper. You can see that they're really like tiny little dots. and that's like a hairline that you can hardly see on camera. I'll just give it a little bit more trigger so you can see it. But on a different paper, this is a lot smoother. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like the same sort of, it's a little bit sharper on this paper with it being a little bit smoother, not so sort of blurred out on it. But the tiny little movements that you need, you can get, so it flows out enough for your real fine detail work. And this is low pressure. I've got 20 on the main line and it's slightly dialed in. But atomises well again. Looks really nice on this sort of paper as well. Again, exactly the same look, just a little bit sort of sharper. Where this paper's smoother and it's not absorbing as much, it's tending to look a little bit sharper. So that's on that one. We'll move on to the airbrush paper. Ooh. And again, now this is, I'm just getting a little bit of blowout on this because this is really smooth. So I'm going to drop the pressure down slightly. Just bring this down a bit. And again, it's just a little bit more, not as forgiving as the other ones, because it's a lot smoother. Just slightly out of paint. A bit more paint, pull that through. So, yeah, it's just slightly blowing out on this paper. So you've really got to, you can just see it sort of blowing out, slightly smudging on this. You can see that there. This is what I mean by different sort of papers. These, you do that and you don't rub it, it sort of absorbs in. When you start getting the smoother papers, I'd probably mix slightly different, put a little bit more paint in, a little bit less reducer to get it to lay down a little bit different. But that's like the 4021 sort of going across 3 different papers, from a budget to an intermediate to a more expensive sort of airbrush paper. And you see the differences. Really liking this one at the minute. This one's a mixed media 300 gram. It just seems to sit nice on this. Soaks in, absorbs nice. Be a nice one to work with, that one. And this one's a nice to work with. I'd be dialing in the paint slightly different on this. So that's with the 4021. Right guys, next up is the water mix. This is distilled water. So just pull this through. Now, straight off the bat, this seems like it's flowing better. Super hairlines down. Little sort of dagger strokes. Little bit spidery on that. Drop that paint, drop the pressure down slightly. Little dagger strokes. Little dot passes. Tiny little dots. So great when you're doing sort of like a bit of texture on a miniature. It'll get right down on it. So that's the water on that paper. We'll try it on the next one. pull that through. And you can see how fine this brush gets down when you come back up. So atomise is just the same. So works well with water, just distilled water mixed up. Spit in then. That's the water on that one, and then we'll try the water on the end one. See, totally different on this surface. A really thin mix on this surface is like a lot different. It's like there's way too much air there, and this is right down. So again, on this paper, I'd probably make the mix a little bit thinner, a little bit thicker. So that's the water. Again, when it comes to the smoother airbrush paper, you got to start tweaking your mix to get it to sit right. But on this one, it was okay, and this one was okay. And get away with that mix on that. Right, so we've got the ISO mix in, and this is, let's pull this through a bit. This flows really nice. This flows like the water. It flows like all the other three, like the 4021. They all flow like sort of the same because they're the same like mix ratio. You're probably hardly seeing that because this is a real thin mix. It really makes it sort of thin out. But performs again super down. So it's doing it, it's getting it nice down, the details are there, you're just hitting it straight the way. So you can get your super small dagger strokes down, right down, like 2mm, clean, with the ISO mix, and ridiculously down on sort of like your lines. This brush gets super down, as you can see there, it's like really responsive. Shouldn't put my glasses on and be able to see what I'm doing. Writing your name. I can get that down to fit on a matchstick. Not a problem. So it works really nice with the ISO. And I think with the ISO it's kept a little bit more body of the paint. Seems like it's coming through that little bit darker. So nice with the ISO, it works with all of them, and the ISO sits best on this paper. It doesn't blow out. I think it's because it's got the alcohol in there, it's got ISO and water mix. It sits better on the smooth paper because it's sort of like flashing off, as you'd say, with the alcohol, just flashing out quicker and drying down that little bit quicker. But all three work, so it's entirely up to you guys. If you want to start painting small, you've really got to dial your paints in and your air pressures. So there you go, just a little short video, guys, just on sort of giving you a look at pressure. You have to have it right down if you're wanting to paint these tiny little things. You've got to get your pressure right down, you've got to get your paint dialed in. And there's only sort of certain paints that you can get really sort of dialed in when it comes to thinning them down. I find the FW inks works really well. Createx illustration, mixed with distilled water works great for getting down on the small stuff. It really does, mixing it with that. FW mix is really nice with water and ISO, I find. It just flows really, really well. And then you've got the 4021 reducer, which works. But it all goes up to you and what style of art you're doing, what surface you're painting on when it comes to doing these different mixes and things. You just got to sort of have a play and test and just keep testing on different pieces of paper or whatever you're painting on. Just do these little tests. But really get it dialed in and always check for tip dry, especially when you're working on something really small, because you are right up close to a minimal trigger. You're sort of staring at the piece really close like that, and you've just got to sort of rock the trigger very, very small amounts. I think painting small stuff's really good for homing in your trigger response, because you're working minimal paint. You can really get on that trigger and start to, you'll see the benefits from it, painting small stuff. And then when you work up to bigger stuff, it just feels really nice because it gives you more room to paint. You've got like the same eye, but it's bigger. So you've got like a bigger stroke to paint with. It just seems a little bit easier painting bigger than when you're coming right down on something intricate and small where you're working minimal trigger. So it's really good to practice on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave links in the description to Wicked. I think it's a really wicked paint. The reducer, and you can use them two methods if you wish, you know, they do work, especially on paper, things like that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you lot in the next one. Cheers.